came home early and saw a spreadsheet about me on her laptop, so I packed and left. I can't take this anymore, so I'm leaving my wife. We've been married 14 months, and last Tuesday I found something that made my blood run cold. I got sent home early from my warehouse shift at 3 p.m. because we finished inventory fast. My wife thought I wouldn't be home until 6:30. Her laptop was open on the kitchen table. I walked past to grab water, saw my name at the top of a spreadsheet, and I stopped. It was rows and rows of notes about me going back months, timestamps, little scripts, success rates. Tuesday, 6:15 p.m. Ask about his day, wait 8 minutes, then request dinner out, 87%. Friday night, start affection after he showers, before he sits down, 94%. If he wants to see friends, mention feeling alone while making dinner, tears optional, 95%. She had color codes, green for works, yellow for tweak, red for stop using. There was a behavior chart with gold stars on days I performed well, and red X's on days I pushed back. She even wrote that crying works for small purchases, but the silent treatment makes him angry. Another note said, extra affection, then pull back, 91% for big asks. Then I saw notes about my gym schedule, my route to work, what time I fall asleep, and which coworkers I talk about most. I clicked another tab, and my stomach dropped again. Tracker logs by month, GPS coordinates, timestamps, every day for 6 months. I stood up so fast my chair fell over. I ran outside, ripped through my glove box, and found an AirTag tucked inside my registration holder. I ran back in, dumped out my gym bag, and found another one hidden in a side pocket where the seam looked restitched. After that, I tore through my coat and backpack looking for more. I didn't find any, but I couldn't relax. I kept thinking, if she did this, what else has she touched? That's when the last few months finally made sense. In January, we lost our baby at 16 weeks. After that, my wife fell apart. In March, she got diagnosed with bipolar disorder. In April, she started meds and therapy, and for a few weeks, things felt almost normal. Then she stopped taking the meds. Then she stopped therapy. I told myself the mood swings and rage were grief. I kept making excuses, but it kept getting worse. She'd scream at me over tiny stuff, then act sweet like it never happened. She quit her job 2 months ago, so I'm working 50-hour weeks to keep us afloat. She started timing me. If I was 10 minutes late from work, she'd ask who I was with. If I wanted to go to the gym, see friends, or go to church, she'd turn it into a fight or a guilt trip. And sometimes she'd get physical. I had bruises I covered up. Last week, she hit my face in bed because I didn't want to cuddle the exact way she wanted. I kept telling myself she was sick and I had vows. Then I saw that spreadsheet and realized it wasn't just chaos. It was planned. The sheet was updated the day before. While I was at work, she was refining her tactics on me. I sat at that table until 4:30 p.m. staring at her research. Then I heard her car in the driveway. I shut the laptop, went to the bathroom, and splashed water on my face until I looked normal. She walked in smiling and said, "How was your day?" in this soft, careful voice, like she was reading a line. She even waited a few seconds before she asked what I wanted for dinner, like she was following a timer. My skin crawled, but I said everything was fine. That night I barely slept. The next morning while she showered, I went back to her laptop and printed everything I could. The printer was loud and I kept flinching, waiting for the shower to stop. Halfway through, the paper jammed and I nearly panicked. I cleared it, grabbed the stack, and hid it under a towel until I could sort it. 23 pages, charts, notes, logs. I took photos too and emailed them to myself. I hid the folder in my trunk. At work, I left both AirTags in my locker so she'd think I was there. On lunch break, I sat in my car and called a divorce attorney. I got an appointment for the next day. That night, I called her parents and told them I needed help getting her out of the house safely. Her mom cried. Her dad didn't believe me until I texted him the pictures. He went quiet, then said he'd come the next afternoon. While my wife thought I was organizing the garage, I packed my documents, cash, and anything important into a duffel. The next day, right before her dad arrived, I called the police non-emergency line and asked if someone could be nearby in case things got out of control. When her dad pulled into the driveway, my wife smiled at first, then saw his car and went still. I put the folder on the table and said, "I know about the tracking, and I'm done." She grabbed for the papers, started yelling, and tried to swing at me. Her dad caught her and held her back. I picked up my duffel, walked out the front door, and drove straight to my brother's place. Now her family is saying I should have stayed. Was I wrong for leaving?